This is Rose with Remodeling Wizards of Maryland. On today's episode, we asked the contractor, can I take down that wall? Next up, we provide 5 things we wouldn't do during a kitchen remodel project. And lastly, we're going to define the term change order. Stay tuned. John, as a contractor, what are 5 things you would never do during a kitchen renovation project?
Okay, so let me talk about 5 things based on my experience. And this is not in any order. But one of the things is to replace the garbage disposal. If that garbage disposal is more than a year old, you have a plumber reconnecting the sink, have the plumber put the garbage disposal in at the same time. Secondly, backsplash. I would use a tile backsplash. I wouldn't just use drywall. And if I wasn't ready for a tile backsplash, I would get a 4-inch backsplash made out of granite, made out of quartz, whatever the countertop is made out of, do a backsplash the same height. Third, when you're looking at design, be careful about where the refrigerator goes. If that refrigerator is too close to a wall, when you open the door, it might not be able to totally open. So the wall needs to be modified, or maybe the refrigerator needs to be moved. The other thing that I would do is I would vent my microwave or my hood above the range to the exterior. Now, sometimes that's not possible, and if it's not, obviously you're going to have to get a recirculating fan that has a filter in it. And the last thing that I would be concerned about would be to make sure in the design that if you have a snake with a window behind the snake, that the snake is centered with the window. Hope that helps.
Today, we're going to ask the contractor, can I take down a wall? Let's find out. John, can you give us pointers on when you can and when you cannot take down a wall?
Sure. First, let me say this. Taking down a wall is not a do-it-yourself project. With that said, there's 2 types of walls. One type of wall is actually holding the house up. That's called a load-bearing wall. A homeowner should never do that without having good experience training. That should be given to the contractor to do. The second type of wall is a non-load-bearing wall. It's just in place to partition off a room. However, it doesn't carry the weight of the floor upstairs or the roof above it. Now, here's a couple tips about taking out a wall. One of the first things you want to do is you want to determine what is in the wall. What is behind the drywall? Are there wires? Is there duct work? Is there plumbing? And I'm going to tell you, based on experience, the best way to do that is to actually cut out some drywall. What we typically do is we'll cut out a section of drywall, maybe 4 inches tall, and we'll go across the entire wall. So if it's a 10-foot wall, we'll go 4 inches up and we'll go across 10 feet so that we can expose what's inside of that wall. I hope those tips help.
It's Terminology Tuesday, the day of the week where we pick a construction term and we talk about it. Today's term is change order. John, can you tell us what a change order is?
Sure. A change order is a very important part of a contract with you and your contractor. So how a change order works is you start a job, you have an initial agreement, and it's going to list the scope of work. Might be 10, 20 items there. But when the work actually starts, or sometimes even before the work starts, you might change something. You may change a cabinet. You might change a color. Anything at all that you change, you should be doing it in writing so it's fully understood. And that's a change order. Sometimes that change order is associated with increased costs. Sometimes a change order might be something that you delete and you should get a refund. One of the things that I want to caution you about, take a look at your initial agreement with the contractor, because sometimes there's language in the contract that says that there is a processing fee to do a change order. Just make sure if you make a change, do it in writing.
Thanks, John. We hope this information is helpful to you. If it is, like, share, and subscribe.